Hello everyone, my name is Sark and welcome back to another Marvel Legends action figure review. In today's video, as you can see by the background, we are going to be taking a look at Marvel's Nemesis. Also known by another name that I shall not name because I did not want to get demonetized on YouTube right on the first minute. Now, this figure I spent over $100 on. Granted, I did get other figures because of those $100. So you might think that the title is a little bit misleading, so I don't care. But realistically, you do have to spend over $100 to get this figure, unless you somehow find it in a flea market for someone that didn't want the figure and just wanted these guys in the back. But realistically, a lot of people, unless you're a completionist, are not going to get all of these unless you want this guy, which would make the most sense. Now, I don't think the Build-A-Figures are bad. I actually do think the Build-A-Figures are a cool thing. I think that they should do more. Although, hopefully they don't do that many cool characters that I care about, because my wallet would be crying at that point. And especially for characters as obscure as like Nemesis, where most other companies won't really do them. So, yeah. I don't know. So now, let me take all of these guys out so I can actually have more than enough space to do this review. Because again, my recording space is not that big, so let me get rid of these real quick. So again, I needed to collect 6 different figures, which realistically, all of them are $25 retail. And then that would be just times 6. So 25 times 6, that's $150. Just letting you know. Unless you want to get this figure, you are going to have to spend a pretty penny for it. Think of it as like an import figure, you know? Just letting you know. So instead of wasting time, let's just take a look at the figure at this point. I really like it. I am so happy about this figure. You could not imagine it. Even before I got the last piece, which was the Nightcrawler, and with the helmet and everything else, I was already playing with this figure. I was already posting it in different ways. Granted, you can't really post it that much, which is fine, but I love the little skull in here. It's such a cool little piece, and I think you can take off you can take off the head. This skull, you might see it here and there in some different photo shoots. Who knows? But again, it's a cool piece that you can take off, and it's a soft neck as well. So yeah, it's in a ball peg. It has a hinge for the mouth that you can open and close. Not close fully. Never mind, you can close it fully. Never mind. I'm wrong there. But again, we're finally here with it. So, now that I have the helmet off, you can take off the helmet pretty easily. Aesthetically, he looks really nice. I like it. I'm not sure if I'm using this little piece right here correctly. So, for anyone that knows the actual character Nemesis, before he was rebranded, of course, let me know, because I know this is his more current look, and a lot of people would have rather had the original way that he looked like. So, yeah. But besides that, he looks great. I love it. The paint job is really nice. The plastic, the molding, and everything, fantastic. I think they really did a good job with this Build-A-Figure. Otherwise, I would not have gotten it. Realistically, I really thought that they did a good job since the beginning. So, in terms of articulation, you can look down about that far with the skull. Looking up, actually, not bad. With the mouth hinge, you can open it pretty wide. And looking side to side, or if I can get fine. Side to side, actually not bad whatsoever. Again, you're just going to have to take off the helmet whenever you want to actually move the head. You can pivot it side to side as well if you want to. Let's put this thing back on. This thing doesn't move. It is just a singular helmet that just protects the figure. So yeah. For the arms, you can rotate them 360 degrees, and do not worry, the shoulder pads are a whole different sleeve that will move all together with the arm, which is a genius idea. Please, more companies need to do this. So again, it is a sleeve that you can find in here, and it'll just insert right in. Just letting you know. We do have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that is limited. And it's not badly limited. It's more so like it's limited to a certain section right here. And I don't know why. Because the other arm is limited because it has the big gun, the big weapon. I guess they just wanted to have it like in similar cases or similar sections. But it's fine. I don't see much of an issue with it. So, yeah. This other arm, of course, does have a bicep swivel if you want to use that. And that's pretty much it. It doesn't... And, of course, the double jointed elbow that goes that far. Because it's a whole different arm than this one right here on the left. Or on his left. For the torso or the abdomen, he does have, like, a ball pick here, and it does move pretty well. I just pinched my finger. That kind of hurt, actually. So do be careful with that. Going backwards, actually really good. Going forwards, not so much. So that's something, to say the least. But it's fine. I'm not going to get this guy into some crazy poses. He looks cool. Pivoting side to side, actually a really good amount of pivot. And you can rotate him however you want. There is no waist swivel, but there is abdomen swivel. Now, for the legs, he actually does the splits decently. Not good, decent. Kicking forward, also okay, about 90 degrees. A little bit less, which is a little bit of a bummer, but he does have the thunder thighs. Do be careful with, like, scrubbing the plastics together, because you could get a little bit of damage onto the plastic itself. Not the paint, but the plastic. So yeah, just be careful with that. There is no drop down hips on this figure. He does have a thigh swivel, a double jointed knee, and a foot hinge going forward this far and backwards this far. And of course, a foot pivot. That actually works pretty decently, especially when you're trying to pose it. Now, accessories. This guy pretty much comes with no other accessories besides a closed fist. So realistically, not much besides that. You could say that the accessories for this guy are the other figures that you get for being able to fully get him together and building him. So that's something. Now, I've kind of talked about everything with this figure, so going into my final thoughts. This figure is great. For a Build-A-Figure, I think it's good. It doesn't have the best posability, which realistically for a big figure, it shouldn't. Well, I don't want to say that, because that kind of does contradict a couple of things that I've said in the past. And I do take that into account, because this figure is just very bulky in terms of the design and everything like that, and it's a Build-A-Figure. You're getting good figures already with the purchases that you're making to create this figure. So you can take that into account when you're building this guy. He still has more than decent enough articulation to go around. And he's pretty fun to pose, realistically. So overall, I've kind of spewed a little bit. Overall, as a final score for my first Build-A-Figure, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. The only thing that I kind of wanted extra, a blast beam. They needed to put a beam for the blaster that he has on the right arm. Don't know why they didn't. Definitely a missed opportunity, and who knows when the next Nemesis is going to be available to purchase that maybe comes with a beam. But that's pretty much all the time I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to know. But besides that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.